Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Boss Rush Podcast, a great place to play games and be better. I'm one of your hosts, Corey Deerigan. Alongside me, as always, is the PC Muscle Race himself, LeRon Dawkins.
Hey, what's poppin'?
Hi, LeRon.
Hey, Corey.
It's great to see you.
It's great to see all of you guys, but especially you, Corey.
I know. It's always great to see me. I look at myself all the time and damn, good to see you. Also, good to see PK Power Pat Klein.
Hey, what's happening?
Look at that, Pat. Under 60 seconds. Got
yep. Just because I'm the second one.
That's not true. Well, I mean, it's true.
Or the third one, but yeah.
Yeah. We could wait 3 minutes until we introduce our next person. If we want, we can have our own conversation. Just kidding. Also here is our pal, our buddy, our I was gonna say mobile gaming machine, but our handheld gaming machine from the Great White North. Andre Wilson is here.
Yes, sir. Welcome. Hi, everyone. How are we all doing today on this
great Andre
Tuesday?
So glad you're here.
Pretty freaking fantastic.
Always a pleasure to be here. Actually, and I genuinely mean that. I always have fun time with all you guys, and I've been on and off this podcast quite a while now.
Yeah, you should you say that and then you disappear for like 6 months and then you come back and you're like, I'm happy to be here, and then you're gone. Just boom, out. So many people need Andre in their life.
Well, when they need me, I will be there, like Batman.
Speaking of needing you, I'm going to need you for Pow Block this week because Ed works all weekend.
That's what day?
I don't know. Whatever night you're off, I will make work.
Friday.
Thursday. Friday? Sure.
Yeah. Deal.
Okay.
Done. Say less.
Done. Look at that.
Easy.
Bam.
See that guy? Easy.
Wishes that easy with Ed Varnell.
Well, I just called him out.
Just kidding, Ed.
Crazy.
You have fun at work there, Ed. I'm going to hang out with Andre and we're going to talk about Nintendo, probably Zelda.
Yes, sir. I'm excited.
There's no news. Anyways, I'm happy to see all of you, all your beautiful faces. Yeah, no real pre-show banter this time. I guess we'll just do the housekeeping stuff. If you want to support us, you can head over to Patreon. Patreon.com/Boss Rush Network, where you can subscribe at a tier that's right for you. Starting at $1, you can get the pre-show, expansion pass, early access to book club, all that kind of stuff. But if you can't support us financially, no big deal. Head on over to YouTube and subscribe, youtube.com/Boss Rush Network, or find us on your podcast service of choice every Monday with a brand new episode every single Monday. You can also subscribe to Boss Rush Plus, which is where all of our free book clubs and interviews live now. So you can head there. I should do a better job of plugging that because I haven't done a good job of that. Also, note, if you are a patron, you will be getting the pre-show on Sundays now because production-wise, it is much easier for me to do that than it is to kind of render two huge files. It's easier for me. It's easier from a production standpoint to render a small file and then a semi-large file instead of two large files. So
LeRon will not be wearing a shirt.
So yes, he will not be wearing a shirt on the audio-only pre-show.
Wait.
He'll tell you that.
Is that how you're doing the edits now? Like,
What? With your shirt off?
Look, I understand this whole Black Magic, Black Thunder thing, or whatever the hell's been going.
I stopped calling you that. You told me you said it was going to get old, so I stopped. Although it wasn't my idea.
I know it wasn't your idea.
But yes, pre-show is now on Sundays, and Expansion Pass is returning to Thursdays, although it'll still be treated as a post-show type thing. So, yeah, just filling up the feeds more, everybody. So, sorry. Not sorry.
we got upcoming stuff that we got to talk
Oh
about.
yeah, I forgot. We all have things coming up. Look, man, I'm just rolling with the punches. Pat, what do you have coming up?
All right. Well, for our free listeners, we have the Zelda Ocarina of Time book club featuring Amanda from the Zelda universe. That one is free right now. And then for our patrons, you can listen to Dead Space, which stars your boy, LeRon Dawkins.
He's shirtless, I hear.
Oh,
There-
he's
I
shirtless.
might be. I might be.
He has something called the marker. You just gotta figure out where it is by listening to the podcast.
Hey,
Yeah.
make us whole.
If you find it, you get a lifetime subscription. So the first one to find it wins.
Yep.
Right.
Not the
Stick it-
Patreon, to LeRon's OnlyFans.
Stick a needle in your eye. Yeah.
His second OnlyFans page, not his primary.
It's called Only Shirts.
Yep. Also on our friends podcasts, I have I'm currently on the Franchise Festival Mega Man Zero episode that just released here a couple days ago. And also, Matt Storm asked me to do a side quest for him, so look forward to a Space for the Unbound side quest here.
Nice.
I'm not sure when that one gets released, but I can imagine it's probably within a week or two.
Thank you for the reminder, Pat. I gotta get on his list for that too. Thank you for that.
Man, that was so fun. I did Hellblade too. That was fun. Ed's on there too with what did Ed do? I forget. Oh, Metroid Other M, I think Ed did. So Pat's next on that list, I guess. Nice.
It's out there. It's recorded. He's it's just whenever it pops up on the schedule.
Nice. Well, we'll definitely be looking out for that, and we will be sharing it through our socials as well. Is that it, Pat? Is that all you got going on?
Just those 4 things.
Nice. LeRon, what about you?
Nothing too serious, you know. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I'm the lame one because like right now I'm not doing anything extracurricular for the network. So I'm pretty sure like real soon someone's gonna be like, "Hey, guy's a phony."
Guy's a big phony.
Big phony pony. Just like Andre. Andre, you got anything cool coming up? Any YouTube videos?
Yeah, I'm working on a YouTube video tomorrow.
Is it another Steam Deck video?
Yeah, it is actually. Yeah, I have a couple lined up actually, but the one I'm working on is what is on my Steam Deck. So I'm going to be going over Steam library, Steam wish list, what games I'm playing, how they operate on the Steam Deck, why I chose them. So we'll be on the lookout for that one tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then Thursday. Other than that, do I have anything else that's coming out? I got some pictures I'm working on, as well as some Zelda ones for the old Instagram.
Nice.
Is that it? Yeah, that is all the content that's coming down the pipe from my end.
Nice.
What about yourself, Corey?
Nothing that's hasn't already been said the last week or two. I guess we'll just plug the Billy Basso interview that Pat, Stephanie, and I did a week ago now. The creator of Animal Well. So you can go check that out. Stephanie has an interview coming out this Friday with Recurring Dreams. So by the time this episode comes out, you will hear that. The developers of Desktop Explorer, a game about a person who inherits a 90s computer from a family member who has passed away, and they are learning about this family member through the files on the computer and solving puzzles and finding out what's really going on in the story. So
that sounds very interesting.
Yeah, there's a demo on Steam right now. You can check it out. It's about an hour long, they said.
Damn, okay.
So,
I'll check that out.
Yeah. It's also, I think it works on Steam Deck, but they recommend a mouse and keyboard since it is like a desktop operating system type click adventure game.
Oh, I feel you. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye on
it. It will work on a Steam Deck though.
Okay.
But but yeah, those are really all I'm going to plug right now. There's some other things I've been attached to emails on for future things that are coming, but it's not 100% yet. So we will revisit that when we get there. Okay, I guess we can talk about what we've been playing now. Andre, you are our esteemed guest. What are you playing?
So, if the world hasn't picked it up by now, Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom.
What? It's out?
Oh my god! It has dropped into our laps. It's a fun game. I was playing it before we started the podcast. Can I call it a cozy game?
Sure.
Yeah. Nice little cute cozy game. Been a lot of fun so far, just collecting echoes. One of my favorite thing about the game so far is how it drops you kind of into Hyrule, and it's like you have to go do XYZ, but you can go like anywhere and you can go and do anything at any time. And you have a plethora of echoes, and if there's a cliff and you can figure out a way to get up there, good for you. Right? Like I love the like, I'm sure mine, Corey's, Pat's, our adventures and our ways of figuring out things probably are all going to be drastically different, and that's the beauty of the game, is that like there's no concrete way to do something. There's always going to be a different way, and by that I mean everyone's going to use the bed, because the bed is the echo I've been using.
Bed is OP.
The bed is literally all I ever use to go over things.
Bed is the goat.
Oh yeah, the bed. Fun fact, actually, Nintendo, on the online part of Nintendo, you can have different icons for your profile. Nintendo has literally made the bed echo one of the icons you can download for your Nintendo. So it's canonically a character now. I thought that was pretty funny. But other than that, on a different note, me and my boy LeRon are running some Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
He for the first time in my life, I have beaten Monster Hunter World thanks to him. So thank you, sir. I am now on Monster Hunter Iceborne, and I am done playing the game because it's hard now. I'm not gonna play it anymore.
You're not gonna play it anymore.
He quit.
No, it is like it's a lot of fun now. I felt like a lot of the base quote game was kind of the warm up, and now
you know what? I agree. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess back when I was playing World before Iceborne came out, like, I was just so like into it that I didn't realize, like it's basically training wheels Monster Hunter at this point.
It kind of is, yeah.
Because I ran through like my rerun of Monster Hunter World, like I ran through it and I was like, did I run through it because like I'm just that pro or what? And then like as soon as I stepped into the Hoarfrost Reach in Iceborne, I was like, oh no, that was the base game had a problem.
Yeah, like the base game is when you get to the gym, you take your pre-workout and you're stretching, and then you're doing the warm-up, and then Hoarfrost Reach is like the workout. Like, I have gotten to the point where now I can go take on hunts with no problem in any of the regions, but the Hoarfrost, I think the first monster rolled me I think I fainted like 4 times in 5 minutes.
It's only gonna get worse.
Yeah. I didn't mean to tell you, during the first monster fight, the monster that looks like a giant reindeer,
Barbaro.
It showed up, and I was like, oh my god, I'm just gonna die all of a sudden. So it's a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to kind of build
that's
crafting.
A fun fight.
So yeah, I've been playing both of those games tirelessly. So I'm looking forward to Zelda as well. It's a fan favorite of mine, but Monster Hunter World has been on my Steam Deck, and it's been taking over. So that's all I'm playing at the moment. Trying not to bog myself down with too many games.
Yeah, that's it's kind of, man. Zelda's so like, Zelda's kind of hard to like. It's not hard to explain, but it's like, it's kind of different than I expected it to be, even though I knew it was going to be very different, right? Because it's like, you have all of these tools at your disposal right now, and like one of my favorite things to do is like walk around the world and like use the different echoes to fight for me while I go explore and search for stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And there are if I see a heart container, I will stop and stand there and figure out if I have the right echoes to get up there.
Dude. Oh yeah. I will try my best to try and like MacGyver my way up to that heart piece. It's crazy. One thing that I always forget is if I'm low on hearts, I can just rest in a bed and just recover the hearts. I always forget that. I'm always like, I need some more heart pieces, or like I need more hearts, potions, XYZ, and then I'm like, wait a minute. I could literally just pull over right now, just pop a bed up and just sleep for like 2 minutes, and then I'm good.
Yeah, it's there's so much in this game that is just I don't even know, man. I don't even know how to tell people how to like where to start or what, because I aesthetically, right? Like I had a friend that's like, "Oh, is this like a sequel to Link's Awakening, the remake?" I was like, no.
Yeah,
no. It just
no.
looks the same, but it is not.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, well, what kind of game is it?" I was like, "Actually, it's kind of more like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom in a 2D space."
It's
like,
literally it's literally Tears of the Kingdom in the Link's Awakening style.
Yeah. And she was like, "Well, how does that work?" I'm like, "Once you play it, you'll know."
Yeah.
Like,
And
it
like
clicks.
even the UI too, like is kind of has Tears of the Kingdom vibes.
Yeah. I mean, even the button mapping, like how you switch your echoes is Tears of the Kingdom, how you switch your stuff around is Tears, like it's all Tears of the Kingdom, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they definitely laid it out that way.
Oh yeah. But like it's it is it's a very unique way of explaining it, because usually when someone's like, "What's Zelda about?" It's like, well, actually, there's a character XYZ Link, yeah. But this one, it's very different, and I get what you mean. So explaining it, I'm like, you almost just have to play it, and then you get it. So
yeah,
great game so far, though.
Yeah, I'm loving it. It's I'm let's see, I'm at my second dungeon, I would say. But I've just been wandering the world trying to fill out the map, to be honest. That's like the best part.
Yeah, I find myself wandering a lot more than actually like doing the story, which is good. It's good.
Yeah. Pat, what are you playing?
Well, like you two, I'm also playing Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom.
Yes, sir.
I am enjoying it. It is definitely a very unique title. I can kind of get where you think it's a little bit on the cozy side, because you have your echoes do your fighting for you for the most part, unless you, of course, switch over to the Swordmaster mode, and then you basically are like an uber powered up Link, and you try to get as much damage in as possible.
Yeah.
And then like switch it off so that you can conserve on the energy that you use. But it's very interesting. I feel like this is almost a sequel to A Link Between Worlds, just because the map is like 75% A Link to the Past / A Link Between Worlds. That's where most of that comes from. And then they added a few like parts that feel like, oh, well, they threw the stable here, and that's technically where it would be if it was Ocarina of Time. And of course, you have more of like the jungly side of the south, which was um, Tears of the Kingdom / Breath of the Wild. So it's got a good like mix in terms of regions. So it feels very familiar wandering the maps. Um, I do really like the fact that this game has dungeons again. Like, and we're not just talking about a few dungeons. There is a good handful of dungeons in this game, complete with unique bosses. In fact, you can even find like other unique bosses that are not even in the dungeons, but have, you see them and you'd be like, oh yeah, this is one from A Link to the Past, or hey, this thing over here, this is exactly like the puzzle boss from Oracle of Ages. Um, it's really cool that there's a lot of callbacks to various Zelda games. Another thing that makes this one very different is that this is a very story heavy Zelda. Like, there's a lot of talking in this game from the various characters. And also, there are a lot of side quests in this
Oh
game.
yeah, I find myself walking a few feet, and I'm like, oh, someone needs help again.
I mean, I've so far beaten 5 dungeons, and I feel like I went into one town, I finished up some side quests, then I went down to a different place, and then it sent me back to the one town I just was at. And all of a sudden, there's more people that had things for me to do up there. It's like, what the hell, people? I was just up there.
I need 5 minutes, guys. I need 5 minutes
Yeah.
to just relax a little bit. You know what I mean?
It's like, I'm glad I saved you, but learn to be a little bit self-dependent here. Um, so, but it's fun. I enjoy like thinking like how to solve various puzzles. Uh, there are some things now that I feel like has made the bed not as practical anymore. Now that I have like a flying tile, which just shoots you right across a lot of gaps. And then I also have this enemy that's like like a swamp, but it acts like an elevator too, so it gets me up mountains pretty easily.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, I'm having fun with it. It's I will say some of the bosses do get frantic. I actually struggled a little bit with the fourth and my fifth boss.
Okay, well, that's
A little
good to
bit.
know that you just can't walk up to a boss and just tank it. So that's good.
Yeah, where a lot of enemies I can just get away with using a level 2 sword moblin, but
Mhm.
the bosses I have to think a little bit in terms of like how to either reach them, because sometimes they they aren't exactly within reach of sword master link, or they do a lot of damage at times, and you might no longer have enough energy to hold that sword master. So it's making me a little more dependent on my echoes and how I use them.
Mm.
But then I also find some very fun mistakes as well. I don't know if you guys got into the desert boss, but I accidentally put a wind turbine,
Mm.
and it ran into the turbine, and then it stunned it for like 5 seconds.
Ooh.
And it's not just, and it's like it just needs to hit something hard, like a
Mhm.
statue, or if you place it down, like, and that was like the best chance I had to hitting that particular boss.
Ooh.
So like it was a very fun mistake that I accidentally ran into. And you can occasionally find more of these kind of fun things, just experimenting with the echoes against bosses.
I'll have to
Hmm.
keep that in mind.
Yep. But
Cool.
yeah, it's good. I'm interested to see where it goes. Like I said, it's very story heavy, and there's been some reveals that you guys have to find out. But
Ooh, okay.
yeah, it's good stuff.
Nice.
Other than that, I've also been playing the Ace Attorney Investigations, the ones that star good old Miles Edgeworth, and I decided I'll play the first game again before I jump into the second one, which is the one I've never played before. And I gotta say, they did a good job with this remake. Like everything is like remade from the ground up. The sprites are very well done and very well animated. The soundtracks are all remixed and they sound good. I did notice a few changes in terms of like presentation in the game. Like, for example, there was an airplane that you were flying on, and in the original game, it was airline was called iFly, but now it's called Go You.
Mm.
Just interesting little changes I noticed, and I think they've also updated like one of the screenshots to make it a little easier to know exactly what you have to click on to solve that particular deduction. Um, but yeah, it's I'm actually having a blast. I think I might have played that a little more than Zelda this week, to be perfectly honest.
Mm.
But
Nice.
if you like visual novels, I highly recommend giving the Ace Attorney series a shot.
Cool. Cool. LeRon, what are you playing? You playing Zelda yet, LeRon?
Not yet. No, I haven't picked it up yet. I
Fail.
haven't picked it up. Sorry to be a party pooper. Sorry. Sorry, I haven't picked it up yet because I'm still like bound and determined to at least like get through some stuff. Thanks, Pat. Thank you for having me on the book club for Dead Space. I had a blast, and I think all the listeners out there will have a blast too once they hear the episode and stuff like that. So that was wonderful. That was fun. I really appreciate it, and feel free like the next like if you know of another book club coming up where it's something that's right up my alley, I would love to come back. And as Andre mentioned, he and I are both playing Monster Hunter World's Iceborne. Monster Hunter World Iceborne. I put the S in there because like I'm already having Monster Hunter Wilds fever, and I'm getting ready to pre-order. I'm actually gonna pre-order the premium edition of the of Monster Hunter Wilds, which is like yeah, no, it's stepping outside the norm for me, but yeah. So Monster Hunter World, it's Monster Hunter. I'm having fun, Um, unfortunately, like I started the Metaphor Refantasio prologue on Steam, but I have not had the energy to invest more than 5 minutes into it yet. It's not because of the game itself; it's because of me. Like I'm just one of those people. Like I really have to be in the mood to play games. Sometimes
I'm in that same boat.
Huh?
I'm in the same boat. Like I downloaded it, I started it, and then like I bought my Steam Deck and I thought I would play a lot of like indies, and then I downloaded Monster Hunter, and it's all I play. All I play on that Steam Deck, literally.
Well, I mean, Monster Hunter is taking up a pretty sizable chunk of my time as far as like my game time. That and of course, I'm also playing Tekken 8 again. Because the early release for people who have the deluxe or the premium edition of Tekken 8, you get to play the new characters as they drop in advance, 3 days in advance for the rest of the people get it. So like Heihachi's out, and like I'm not actually playing as Heihachi Mishima, but I want to actually like lab and like actually learn this guy and learn how to fight this guy and stuff like that. Yeah, like Tekken 8 is that's what's going on right now. I will eventually be getting back into Monster Hunter Stories 2 and get and pick back up on Ghost of Tsushima and Final Fantasy 7 Integrate.
I would love to play the Metaphor demo, but I'm also like very paranoid uh, based on the Persona games that I feel like if I played the demo and I made one mistake on the demo, that would lock me out at like getting a platinum trophy or like all the social links or whatever. Like, because this game does have a day system, if I recall, right?
I couldn't tell you for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I know that doesn't make me like the best person.
Yeah. So I'm almost like I almost want to know like what drives to like a good ending before I like find out.
That makes
like,
sense. That makes sense. Yeah, I can totally understand that. Like I wouldn't want to lock myself out of it. Being if I was that enthusiastic about it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I get you.
I mean, it's they've already said it's gonna be a monster ass RPG. Like they said they wanted to make it less hours than Persona 5, but then he just kept adding and adding more things, and now it might actually be longer than Persona 5.
Really? Oh
Yep.
God. Persona 5 was a long game.
Yeah. So that's why I want to get everything I can get out of it on one go without having to replay it.
Yowza.
Nice.
What are you playing, Corey?
Well, for me, I am playing Zelda, and
Yes,
I'm
sir.
having a great time with it. Nothing that hasn't already been said, I don't think. So the other game I've really been playing a lot recently is Ghost of Tsushima.
Okay. Is this your first time?
Yeah.
Okay. Talk to me. How do you like it?
So I have 7 hours into it so far.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not as high on it as everybody else seems to be. It feels really strange that people are so high on this game and hate the new Assassin's Creed games because it is very similar.
It's DEI shit. It's nothing to do with the game.
No, not the new one, but I mean like Origins.
No. That
Odyssey.
That's I thought you meant like shadows.
Oh no, no. It just and like the combat is strange. I'm not really into the combat. It feels very like, I mean, I know it's supposed to feel this way because they're samurais, right? But like it feels kind of stilted and one note, even in the different stances. It feels that way. The camera is zoomed in super close. I'm just like, I need to zoom this camera out. I'm not.
You
fucking-
can you can adjust that.
I can zoom out when I'm walking around the camera.
If I'm not mistaken, yeah. Like
Pretty sure you can change the
yeah, I'm sure you can change the camera.
FOV. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I couldn't find anything that did that on PlayStation.
I
So
saw you could.
So I mean, it's a beautiful world. I'm enjoying it. I just don't think I'm as high on it as everybody else. The map is very, Ubisoft. It's just the stuff on the map doesn't pop up until you've uncovered that part of the map, which is very different from Ubisoft. But other than that, it feels like a Ubisoft game. But it just makes me really excited for Assassin's Creed Shadows because I'm like, because first of all, the Odyssey team is making Shadows, and Odyssey is my favorite out of the three kind of newer ones. I don't really count Mirage because it's whatever it is. But also, I don't know, man. There's just something about it that's not grabbing me, and I don't understand why yet, I guess.
Yeah, that's fair.
I've completed 2 of the main story quests, and I've been trying to do a lot of the side stuff just to level up, because I feel like it's one of those games, once I start leveling up the combat and the, like your move sets and your weapons and everything, the combat will become cleaner and better.
That's fair.
So I think that's what I'm trying to do. Because after I played a couple hours of that, I went back to Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and I'm like, man, this combat feels so much better. Movement feels better. The camera is where I want it to be. Like, it's just very, I felt the same way about God of War 2 though, with the camera. Like, it's just super pulled in and up close and tight. And I'm like, I'm not playing a survival horror game. I don't want it to feel claustrophobic. I want it to feel open. This is an open world. I want to feel open. And I feel very claustrophobic with the camera, I guess.
I get what you're saying, and you know what? Like the console, there might be some limitations to the console versions, because I know I can, as a PC gamer, I can always go in and like mess with the INI file and change the depth of field and all that perspective and stuff like that. So I know for sure. Well, actually, God of War Ragnarok, right? Is that what you're talking about? Or God? No, God of War Ragnarok is supposed to, I know they talked about making sure that was in there because it was a chief complaint of the first game.
Yeah, well, both of the newer God of War games, the camera is super close in on PlayStation. It's just like right up behind it, which is, I understand that's how they want it, right? Because that's just how they want it. But I don't know. I just prefer the camera a little bit zoomed out. Maybe I've just been playing too much Assassin's Creed and Zelda recently, where like those cameras are super pulled out, and I'm just not used to playing these types of games this close. But I never really felt that when I was playing Horizon.
Maybe they kept it zoomed in for hot spring reasons.
Yeah, the hot springs. The camera fades to black right before he turns around all the way.
My least favorite those part. Good old hot spring scenes.
Yeah, it's going to be real interesting when they introduce a woman into that.
Hot spring scenes are gonna go. I'm just kidding.
Hey, we're all about equal opportunity here.
Yeah, but I am enjoying it. The story is pretty interesting. I'm enjoying the characters and the interactions. So I'm gonna keep at it. I'm gonna finish it. I don't really know how long it is, but
depends how much exploring you do.
Yeah, I mean, I would say main quest plus some side stuff. So I would guess probably somewhere around the 30-hour mark would be
30 to
my
40.
guess.
Yeah.
So I'm just basing that based off of like God of War and Horizon and what their single player games kind of seem to be. The Sony single player games kind of aim for that 30-hour mark.
Yeah, I think I platinumed Ghost of Tsushima at like 60.
Yeah, that's about what it took me to platinum Horizon. So, but I'm enjoying it. I think Jen is a really interesting character. I think the story is a little, I don't know. It always feels strange when someone's like, I'm going to go save my uncle or I'm going to go save my sister or whatever. And it's like, I feel like this is every game. I don't know what else. I don't know what other motivation you need. It's just saving the odd family member that's not like, my significant other or my parent is kind of like always an odd thing to me. But that's a me thing. That's not a whatever against the game. So we'll see. I'll have more to say on it next week probably because I'll be playing enough of it to maybe come up with a better verdict, and maybe I'll upgrade my armor, my move sets, and my weapons and all that. So I also played Mario Kart with the kids.
Never not a fun time.
Very nice.
That's it. That's it for me. I will have more to say next week. If you want to see how you can become a Patreon producer, head on over to patreon.com/BossRushNetwork. The Patreon producers for this month are Adriel Munger, Austin Campbell, Celeste Roberts, Christian S., Sana Deering, Francisco Santillan, Matthew Keel, and Todd Oxtra. Thanks for your continued support of the Boss Rush Network. Speaking of more to say, we should probably get into some of these things that we have written down here. Our weekly segment, it's back, Video Game Shame. I want to know what games you are embarrassed that you've never played. I'll go first. I've never played A Link to the Past as a Zelda fan. I failed. I'm a fake gamer.
You need to turn in your Zelda license, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got one.
How did you just not have a care for it, or
I never had a Super Nintendo, and then my first like real Zelda experience was Ocarina of Time, and I just never wanted to go back to the 2D games.
You got the itch.
Now I have to fight you.
That's fine. Don't
I've
threaten me
never-
with
Yeah,
a
Link-
counter on.
Yeah,
Did you play Link Between Worlds?
We must throw
Uh-uh.
hands.
Okay.
No, so I played a little bit of A Link Between Worlds, but then I was like, I should probably play A Link to the Past before I play this.
That might
And then
be
I
a
never-
good idea, because I feel like if you played A Link Between Worlds first, then you'll, like, for me, A Link Between Worlds was like a much improved Link, A Link in the Past, or
Yeah.
Link to the Past.
Yeah.
From the past. Yeah. Basically, it's the same game, but better.
I see.
I've never played any of the Bayonetta games.
No, wait, repeat that.
I've never played a Bayonetta game.
Wow.
I want to. I just haven't.
They're fun. Over the top.
Yeah.
Cheesy.
I've heard
But
she's
in
like
a good cheesy way.
Yeah, I've heard she's like a female version of like Dante in like a Devil May Cry game. So I played, and then I guess to backpack off that, I've never played Devil May Cry 1, 2, and 3, and 4, but I played DMC and Devil May Cry 5.
I've also never played any of the Devil May Cry games except for DMC. So
Well, I can tell you.
I loved it.
I can tell you, like
Game's
as
fun.
far as 2 and 4 go, you're not missing anything.
I've read 3 is like peak Devil May Cry is 3.
3 was like, well, it's bad to say it's a return to form, because I feel like you can't really say like a franchise a return to form until they had like we can say Resident Evil 5 is like a return to form for the Resident Evil series, but like when you have like a game that only has like 3 entries in there, like and the second one strayed from like the original game's light, like you still can't say the third one is like a return to form. 5, in my opinion, was a return to form for Devil May Cry. If we're throwing out DMC Devil May Cry, because DMC Devil May Cry is a phenomenal game, and that's a game I can say I never beat, but I enjoyed every bit.
I think I've beaten it a couple times. It's a lot of fun, like a lot.
I enjoyed every bit of it that I played.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
Before we had Dark Souls, we had Devil May Cry 3.
True.
That game was hard as hell.
Well, they're all available now in HD, glorious polygonal HD on your Nintendo Switch and probably Steam, I'm assuming. So, Pat, LeRon?
Well, as a avid RPG fanatic, and especially someone who loves the Dragon Quest series, I can say I've never fully beat Dragon Quest 11. Like, I got one ending, but that's not the true ending. There's still like 30 additional hours left in the game that gets you the true ending, and I've never beaten that.
You bring shame to the house.
No. It's like, it's one of my favorite Dragon Quests too, so it's like I should go back to it, but it's been so long now, I'd almost have to restart the game again.
Do it.
Fair.
That's like another 80+ hour game.
Do it.
LeRon?
I have to say my walk of shame is not having beaten Horizon Zero Dawn yet.
Oh,
damn, that's crazy. Really?
And I own it for everything that has come out on. So
that's even worse.
LeRon, you should wait until the remaster comes out now.
Yeah, you have to buy the remaster now.
Yeah, you have to do it.
That's gonna kind of like, I need to see what's gonna happen with the remaster as far as like the PC version goes, because I feel like technically like
replaced models, 12 hours of new animations, LeRon. 12 hours. I don't know even how that's possible, but
I don't know how that's possible either. But I need to see what. Well, first of all, like I don't have to worry about it for at least a year, on PC. So I'm like,
wait, is it not releasing on PC at the same time?
I don't know. Like, there's no word on it. I can look it up real quickly.
I mean, I don't know.
It'd be wild if it didn't, though.
I just thought that would be one of those things that they've released.
You would think so, right?
Yeah.
You know what I saw that's coming out on the PS5 here in the next coming weeks?
What?
Lego Harry Potter 1 and 2.
Oh yeah, I know. I saw that.
It's like this is now like a 3-generation game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, didn't they already release that collection on PS4 and Xbox One? Like,
yeah.
It's already
okay, remastered
available.
is coming to PC. Well, see, you know what? I'm not gonna really bitch, about Horizon Zero Dawn, like, because like I got it on like a deep sale, like I got it for below $10 on a really deep sale for the PC.
Yeah.
So that justified me actually getting it, buying it on the PC at that point. And for a while, because like they were touting out like place. This was one of PlayStation's first games they put out, so like they were actually giving it away for free. Like if you bought a like any AMD Ryzen CPUs at the time. So I could have got it for free by technically buying a $200-$300 CPU. So like I don't know if that's a win.
I'm gonna go out on a ledge and say no, that is not a win. But that's just me. The nice thing though is if you already own it on PlayStation, the upgrade is only $10. So
yeah,
that's nice.
I've heard it got bumped up.
I mean, yeah. Well, it's been $20 for so long, and they bumped the complete edition up to $40 now, which is hilarious. Such a PlayStation move, and not the controllers.
I don't want to talk about the controller. I'm so sad I can't go on.
Good times. There's plenty of other games I could point to as well, but I'm not going to because I don't want to embarrass myself too much.
Oh yeah,
No,
there's
you
a
gotta save
plethora.
more for another episode.
Yeah, I gotta say it. Gotta say it. We got like 20 more episodes this year for some reason. Somehow, I don't even know how that's possible, but
And I'll be
that's
on
like 12.
2 of them.
I don't know. All right, guys, let's get into our banter of the week. Bow, bow, bow. Should we start doing that or should we not?
No.
Okay.
Wow, Jesus.
So this Boss Rush banter is from Stephanie Klimov. You know, she's not here physically, but she's here in our hearts and in our topic. So I didn't even realize this was her when I picked this topic. And then I was like, oh, Stephanie. So the banter is: will the PlayStation 30th Anniversary Edition result in more PS4 Pro, PS5 Pro sales? So we can tackle that question if we want, but my question revolving around this banter is: should brands be more celebratory of their anniversaries? So I guess it's kind of a two-parter. Because I really like the PlayStation 30th anniversary stuff. I'm not going to go out and try to buy them, right? But
It looks cool.
Yeah.
With that.
It definitely looks super cool. I mean, I don't really want a PS4 Pro, but I would consider buying the Slim of the 30th anniversary, trading in mine for a Slim.
I just want the controller, and that's it.
You should get the Portal.
I've also been thinking about getting a Portal too.
Why? Why? If I may ask.
Because I don't have any handheld device that plays my Xbox or PlayStation things, and I would like to have another handheld device lying around.
Never mind. I was gonna say something, but nah, it's not relevant.
Okay.
Yeah. Like as fast as I opened my mouth was as fast as my brain was like, no, that's not the move.
Yeah, I mean, it's either that or like one of the handheld PC things, but I can't be spending that kind of money right now. Anyway, so, but I don't think it's going to sell more PS4 Pros. I think it's going to sell more PlayStations in general, though.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to push people towards maybe the slim models. I think that's the whole point of the PlayStation 4 Pro is to like have that sticker shock of like, oh, here's the expensive model. But
you mean the PlayStation 5 Pro?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry.
It's okay.
The PlayStation 5 Slims are going to fly off the shelves. Maybe not the 30th anniversary ones, but just the normal ones. But what do you guys think about this? Think it's going to sell more PS5 Pros?
I don't think so. And
I don't think so.
I'm looking right now just at the fact that you can still get a PS5 Pro.
Like the flat scan model. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think people just really wanted the 30th anniversary edition. Like I've actually talked to people who said that they have no interest in PlayStation whatsoever, but they did try to attempt to get the 30th anniversary edition just because, like, it's limited and it looks nice.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, that bundle, like with everything in it, would have been a nice, like, I mean, for all the stuff that you get in that bundle for $1,000 is not terrible, right? Because you get the Edge and the Portal and the extra controller and the PS5 Pro and the disc drive for $1,000. That's not a bad deal in my opinion.
Getting the Edge controller with a bundle is a hell of a deal.
Yeah,
because that's $200
anyway.
Here,
what is it, like $5,000 in Canada?
So the Edge controller is $269.
Yeah.
And then the PS5 Pro is $969. No, $959 before tax, and then $1,075 and some change after tax.
Jeez.
And then our controllers went up, so the black and white ones are after tax $95, and then every other special color, quote, is about $111. And then if you buy the warranty, it's $124 and some change. So if someone comes into a GameStop and they want to buy a Pro, a controller, and a game, they're at least in the ballpark of like $1,300 at least.
I actually got a question about Canada. I know things are more expensive in Canada, but would you also say that you receive more income in Canada? Like, is your income technically higher in Canada?
That's a fair question. When yes and no, because if minimum wage goes up, then everything else has to increase as well to kind of balance it out. So minimum wage would go up, therefore pays would go up, but everything else, say grocery, gas, is also going up. So we have to spend more, if that makes sense.
Like, what would you say the median income of Canada is?
What do you mean exactly?
Like what's the average income per person? Like, for like what would like the average income be for a person that's just generally working like a 9 to 5 job?
9 to 5. If minimum wage is like 17.48,
What?
then yeah.
Jeez.
And then say like 20. Let's go $20 to $22 an hour. So like 1,200 every 2 weeks, 24 a month. That's just like a rough ballpark.
It's about similar to America, I guess.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, interesting. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I mean, our minimum is $7.25, but most places don't even do minimum anymore because you can't live off that.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Which is hilarious. I think you should be able to live alone off minimum wage, but that's my
the
opinion.
idea.
Yeah.
Anyways, America, everybody.
LeRon, make some room. I'm gonna come live with you for a bit.
God, could you imagine?
What? What? The hell?
LeRon,
Be a lot of trouble.
so offended.
LeRon won't let me come live with him.
I think I would.
No, it's fine. It's cool.
Leave your kids with your wife though.
Jesus. They would be staying. God. Look, if you can guarantee me a night's sleep, they will be
Corey's there in a heartbeat.
It's like which side of the bed would Corey share with you guys?
God, I would sleep in the middle. It'd be so much fun.
I didn't say a word.
Oh man, good times. To go back to the first question, I do think sorry, the first one was, should they celebrate the anniversary?
Should like Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo be more celebratory of their anniversaries? We know for a fact Nintendo does not care, unless it's Kirby. Apparently,
Nintendo doesn't give a heck. But I mean, yeah, I mean, for a company to stand on business for that long and then pump out units and games, I mean, yeah, like at a certain threshold, they should at least be able to be like, we've been here for 3 decades, let's pop some champagne, XYZ. But I don't think the PS5 Pro and all that jazz is gonna, or the 30th is gonna pump up more PS5 Pros. I do agree with you in the incentive that it's going to push out more systems as a whole, especially the 30th.
Yeah, I would really like that 30th anniversary Slim, to be honest.
I don't know what you guys have for scalpers, but here in Canada, it's horrid.
Oh yeah. Like they're trying their best to get like $3,000+.
I have some that are like 9+.
Yeah, someone was for the bundle, the 30th anniversary Pro bundle. Somebody was trying to sell it for like $10,000, and they were reported to eBay and got banned.
That's crazy. And then half of them, it was like $3,000 for the pre-order. I'm like, it's not even the bundle, it's a pre-order. I'm like, you kidding me? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Man, scalpers, man.
This is why I hate. This is why I don't trust people because of scalpers.
Yeah. Don't trust anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, what 303 said: "Don't trust a hoe. Don't trust me."
True.
She wants to touch me. Woo woo. She'll never leave me. Woo woo.
Stop.
Oh God.
Stop.
Oh,
Great song. Great
man.
song.
I wish the companies would do a better job of celebrating anniversaries. I think Xbox did an okay job with the 20th anniversary. They released that controller. They released that Halo Xbox, which was cool looking.
Yeah.
They have a real opportunity to celebrate their 25th anniversary with the launch of the next Xbox in 2026. That's their 25th anniversary. That's when their new console's coming out. The rumor of a Halo Combat Evolved anniversary remake of the campaign is coming out.
That would be kind of crazy.
Gears E-Day, you launch with Gears and Halo.
That'd be a day. That would be a day.
And probably Forza Horizon 6. And you launch with like a nasty translucent green console and controller. I'm telling you, man, just like the Halo 2 Xbox, the original Xbox, they have a real chance to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Will they? No, because they have no fucking idea what they're doing with the stuff they're doing now.
True.
So why would they know what they're doing?
Why would they care?
Oh man. I heard some things about Xbox recently from someone who works at Microsoft, but I keep that to myself.
Oh, and
until
Corey
we're
has
off
the
air.
little inside scoop, eh?
But man, I really wish, and Nintendo too, though, right? I mean, Nintendo has all the opportunities in the world all the time to be doing stuff, right? I mean, let's put out a Mario, the 35th anniversary All-Star collection, and not put arguably the best 3D Mario game in there. Let's not do that.
Yeah.
Well, what are they going to do for the 40th anniversary, which I think is actually next year?
Yeah. Dang, is that already next year?
At this point, I don't know.
85 or
at this point, I don't know what Nintendo is even doing.
It's Mario 3D All Stars Plus, and they're just gonna put Galaxy 2 in it.
Holy, can you imagine?
Sold for $60.
Oh God.
Or if they just like redid Sunshine and 64.
Yeah. I don't know, man. LeRon, you've been kind of quiet on the topic.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, you guys are saying basically all the right sentiments that I'm thinking as well. For the most part, I think that I don't know, like I feel like manufacturers of especially like these brands and stuff like that, whether it's Microsoft, Sony, Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, stuff like that. I feel like sometimes they don't have their it goes back to marketing sometimes. Now, yeah, like Sony did a good job. Sony did a better job marketing the limited edition the 30th anniversary console than they did the actual PS5 Pro. They did a bang up job. Yeah, but that being said, I think a lot of these companies just have a problem, like doing the pomp and circumstance. And I mean, you got hardcore, fans out there of these brands and stuff like that. And I feel like sometimes all these companies do a disservice, or, maybe in the case of Nintendo, for example, maybe Nintendo just has fatigue because, like you can't swing a dead cat without hitting a new color of a Nintendo Switch, like every 4 or 5 months and stuff like that. All of a sudden a color we didn't know we needed, like the Mario Red, like Switch, like wasn't necessary,
or
Luigi
the
Green.
Splatoon 3 translucent one.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you guys should have had that red Switch, available, when the Switch first dropped, not not just make a variant red color, stuff like that. So yeah, like hallmarking anniversaries, I feel like should be something that should be celebrated from all the companies and stuff like that. Corey, you're an Xbox guy. How old is Xbox right now?
Well, their 25th anniversary is in 2026, so I guess 23 years old.
Yeah. So can you? I mean, it seems like they're not really doing anything for consoles right now, But can you imagine if they
I'm doing
released
anything in general.
if they released a Series X or Series S, in the stylings of the original Xbox, at least with the color scheme.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about for their 25th anniversary. They have a huge chance to because when Halo 2 came out, they released that translucent green original Xbox, and you
Yeah.
could totally I think what they should do is they should make their next console look like the original Xbox.
Mhm.
Like maybe a smaller version of it, but like really make it like put the giant gross looking X on top with the green circle, and maybe the green circle is just the Xbox logo instead of the old Xbox logo, right? But
Yeah.
like the globe X thing that they got going on now,
Right.
and like just make it that nasty translucent green or that silver of that the prototype Xbox that they showed off, the big X. Remember the big nasty X
Yeah.
that they
Yeah.
revealed?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
that's my opinion. I mean, that's my opinion. I think they should do that, especially if you're remaking the original Halo campaign, right? Which is rumored to be coming with the Master Chief Collection as like a package, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And like Gears E-Day would be a huge launch title. Like you have a chance to put some Xbox history behind this anniversary as well, right?
Mhm.
And I don't know. They have so many chances to do so many things, and they just keep stepping on rakes. Like that's
Right.
their whole thing. They're fucking Tom and Jerry. They just keep stepping on the rakes.
I said
You
it
know?
once. I'll say it again. Technology peaked at translucent systems and controllers. I mean,
Oh my god, the Halo 4 Xbox 360 peak console design.
dude,
That's all I'm saying.
I was just looking at the green one that you were talking about and the blue one, and I'm like, that was sick. That was
Yeah.
sick.
Look up the Halo 4 Xbox 360. It's like a translucent blue and silver. It's so amazing looking.
I still like
Mhm.
Oh,
Gears
that one. That
Xbox
thing
stuff.
is yeah, that thing is sick. Yeah, I've seen this and I'm like, yeah, it's just like what Xbox does the absolute best that I will always back them up is their hardware. Their collabs always hit. Always
Mhm.
hit.
Yeah.
They have never faltered a collab or like a system design. Never. They have never faltered. But
Mhm.
goddamn, everything else sucks. But their hardware design team is the best. Is the best thing in
Yeah.
the world.
Their boxes are always like sleek and just real. I mean, everything after the original Xbox has just been like, I want that thing on display somewhere, right?
Mhm.
I mean, I just think their boxes are super nice.
Like, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't there a Titanfall Xbox?
Yep, and the controller.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The Titanfall controller is like really hard to find
Yeah, I'm
now.
staring at it. It's just like, again, this is what I'm talking about. Like their hardware is always just peak. It's so cool.
Like their Starfield controller was cool. Their Forza controllers were cool. Their Gears controllers are cool. Their Halo control, like they're all awesome.
Yeah.
And the Halo the Halo Infinite Special Edition Xbox Series X, like you turn the lights off, it has like stars on it. You can like it glows in the dark essentially.
Thick.
And it
That's
has
so
like
cool.
the shape of Master Chief's visor on the box, but you can only see it when the lights are out, which is so cool looking.
Hmm.
Oh
Hmm.
man, and the controllers that come with that thing are so cool. Xbox, what are you doing? Figure it out.
Man, we could ask these questions for all these companies, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's so funny because like Xbox does so many things right? Like the backwards compatibility, the online stuff, Game Pass is has been revolutionary for the industry, although they're trying to fuck that up too. I mean, I think their controllers are the best. Like even for PC gaming, like you just plug it
Facts.
in and it like Steam recognizes it as
It
a
works. Yeah. I like
controller.
the fall from grace that Xbox has had needs to be studied.
I know. I know, right?
Yeah, for real.
No
You
shit.
hit the nail on the head with that one.
So like it's just like as an avid Xbox fan, like the PS3, 360, and GameCube was the trifecta of like gaming systems, and ever since then, like I've never felt the surge of happiness in that, aside from that time era. And like I just said, the fall from grace that Xbox has had over the course of my life like needs to be studied, because it's crazy the fact that they fumbled so many great opportunities. And like you just said, Corey, Game Pass, systems, games, and just like gaming history, like just the fall from grace is nuts. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Man. But I think PlayStation has definitely done the best job in terms of anniversary stuff. I mean, you look at the PlayStation 4, that anniversary bundle was awesome.
Yeah.
You know, I think even the Vita got some sort of anniversary edition of something.
Did it?
The PlayStation 5 looks great. It turned an ugly vagina looking console into like something that I kind of want showing.
That was the craziest
So-
term.
Oh my god.
That was the craziest term
I didn't
ever.
design it, okay? This is Mark Cerny did it. I'm just telling you what I see.
I'm looking at my PS5 and I'm like, I
mean, the eject button on the front even, you know, sticks out like a little
Sony, do us a favor though. Like please release the plates for the stock PS5 though. Please release the plates.
They did, I thought.
No.
What do you mean? You mean the 30th anniversary ones?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought you just meant in general.
I mean, I'm just gonna buy the black plates and call it a day.
I know. I want the black plates really bad. They're probably on sale, right? Because that model doesn't exist anymore.
I don't know. They're on sale right now. I was just on the PlayStation Direct and I didn't even look at it. I was on the site and didn't even look at it. Let's see. PS5 accessories.
I just want the controller. That's it.
I have the black controller. I love it.
Yeah, I have the black controller too. Dang, still $55?
Yeah, like, we just gotta wait for the. Well, I mean the Days of Play sale should be coming around, and I'm pretty sure they'll drop 20% again.
Better hurry up. That's still only $10. It's still $43 for plastic to stick on the side of my box. I mean, I realize they're the size of the side of my house, but like, Jesus. I'm getting all riled up.
Never satisfied.
I'm never satisfied. You are correct. Listener questions. Remember, you can write in to us by joining our Discord or looking for the tweet thread or emailing us or all the different things. You can even leave a comment on a YouTube video, which we will pick up and add and all that stuff. Sam Hall writes in, just like he seems to every week. He says, "Hey, my friends, I'm wondering what you'd like to see out of a new generation of consoles. With this generation kind of being a wash in a lot of ways, what is the thing you'd like to see from the console makers moving forward? Thanks for the condolences on last week's pod. It was much appreciated."
I got just the thing.
What?
I got just the thing.
We'll go.
Let's have it.
Let it out.
Couch co-op needs to come back.
Couch co-op. There's plenty of games with couch co-op.
Huh?
There's plenty of games with couch co-op.
I can't really think of a lot. Not Nintendo, but like Xbox and PlayStation games like need to come back with couch co-op. The amount of people that like have asked me what games are good for like two players to sit on the couch, and I'm like, I don't know. It's crazy.
I don't know. I guess for me, I just want them to just you gotta stop with the generation thing. You just gotta start being iterative, like iPads and phones. And I'm not saying come out with a new console every year, but I'm saying like every 3 years, just put out a new console and say this is like, you know, the PlayStation 6 version 2 or whatever, and like, you know, we're gonna support the next, you know, we're gonna support the 3 latest iterations of this console or whatever. And like, if you are older than 10 years old with this console, then, you know, I don't know what to tell you. But
like, there's a reason why the Nintendo Switch has been the titan it has been for like 8 years. It's just fun.
yeah, and giving people that, I guess, the options and the you got to give people options while giving them simplicity, right? I think that's the magic, I guess, which is like the reason why, like you said, the Switch is successful, but also like streaming services of like Netflix and Hulu and stuff, is there's enough choice there, but it's also very convenient. You know?
Yeah, it's just like
that's
it's
true.
the simple turn on and just go. There's no muck around. There's no flipping through options. It's just turn it on and just go, and that's it.
Yeah, and I mean that's why the Switch is so appealing too, right? And even the Steam Deck and the I guess the ROG Ally is more of the hardcore device of the handheld PCs, but like, you know, the Steam Deck seems relatively simple, and you know, you put it in a dock and play it on your TV and link a controller to it, and the Switch is the same way, right? Like, oh, you lift it out of the dock to play it on the go, you put it in the dock to play it on the TV. That's simple.
Yeah,
My
and
library's
that's like
me.
that was one of the reasons I got my Steam Deck, is because I push a button, I download a game on my Steam library, and I just open it and play it, and like it's just like it takes 30 seconds, not having to. I'm not sure what the ROG is, and I've seen comments, and I've had talks with people, not heated talks, but like they've been like, oh yeah, the ROG guy is better, and I'm like, that's cool that you can get like 50 hours of battery. Like, I don't care. Like, I just love the simplicity of turning it on and just going. So not to shoot.
I care.
Yeah, I was just about to say not to shoot at you.
I care.
I care about my game.
Oh my God.
I'll be honest with you. I always play that. I always play my ROG Ally like plugged in, like, because I want like the, you know, the full wattage going through it and stuff like that. You know, like it's the sacrifice, the caveat.
My games all run at 60 FPS.
Actually, I lock most of my game. I lock most of my games at 40 frames, so I still get the cinematic appeal with the buttery smoothness of like you know, like high performance.
That's fair. Yeah, like
like 900p, like 40 frames per second. The sweet spot.
I have my game. I have Monster Hunter locked at like 40 frames on a full battery. I get it for like, I don't know, maybe like 3 hours, and I'm like,
Monster Hunter's running 60 frames on the ROG Ally. I will not stand for less.
Oh my God. No less than 60 for me.
Hey, you asked for the PC muscle race, you got the PC muscle race.
Oh. But yeah, it's just it's the simplicity of just turning it on and going, and that's that. So
yeah, I mean, you're going to start appealing to like the iPad generation now, right? You have to make it simple. And I'm not saying that because they're dumb, right? I'm just saying, like, this is, you know, you download an app, you play it. It's all about how convenient and simple it is. That we've come to a point of diminishing returns on graphics, on fidelity, on stuff like that. You know, yes, there's a lot of things you could do underneath the hood that could be something super special, like I don't know, particle effects, or the amount of enemies on screen, or the way the AI works. But like, a lot of the time people don't really care about that either, especially if it's a single player experience. You want to have that convenience in that simplicity, and have your library with you at all times, and be able to kind of modulate something the way you want it to. Like, I mean, if you want a bigger hard drive, that's what memory cards are for, right? Like SD drives, I guess, too.
If we're really gonna throw like a wish list out there, well, as far as I'm concerned, PS6 and Xbox, whatever the fuck they decide to call the next Xbox, you know, like fidelity mode, true 4K 60. That right there will gain all these manufacturers their flowers and stuff like that. And the reason why I'm saying that is because, unfortunately, everybody can This is going to be the real shock value when the PS5 comes out. People are thinking the PS5 Pro is going to come out and it's going to be like, you know, like you're going to have a RTX 4090, which is $2,000 graphics card. Trust me, they get that power in there for $700. you know, then there's no reason for us to go out for a guy like me to go out and spend $2,000+ for the top tier like graphics card. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm gonna be honest with you, like the 4090 chugs trying to get 4K 60 on its own, stuff like that. It and sometimes it really can't cap that. I have a 4080 Super, and I'm glad that I can play Cyberpunk, 4K above 30 frames, so like that. I can't hit 60 with it, but because my room is just gonna overheat anyway. So, but 4K 60 should be the benchmark. 4K 60 fidelity mode should be the benchmark for the next generation of consoles. It should be, but we know they're not, because like at that point, like like the systems are really going to cost a lot of money, and people are complaining right now that $700 is a lot for the PS5 Pro. But in my opinion, that's just a drop in the bucket for what it really could be. Especially when people can go out and buy $1,000 laptops, and outclass the specs of the PS5 Pro.
Yeah. Pat,
I'm gonna have to say I don't think graphics need to be absolutely amazing on the new system. I agree with the
Graphics don't
point.
need to be amazing.
they're already amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
I know what
Yeah.
you mean though, Pat. I was
yeah.
just
I
commenting.
I agree with you. I feel like having the ability to just access your library wherever you are would definitely be something I would like in a new system. Backwards compatible is something I would like. Um, be able to play all the old games I still have. Uh, but I'd also like to see more games too. Like, I don't
Well, see,
need 8 hour long development times.
you mean 8
Well,
year long development time?
yeah, sorry, 8 hours.
if we could
I
crank out a
need
game
8 hours.
if we could crank out a game in 8 hours, we would be back in a new generation of shovelware.
Maybe that's what we need. No,
No, we don't. No, we don't.
no, we the fact that games are now getting up to like being a decade of development time is like just unreal. You're gonna need to plan out 2 systems ahead and able to like make a game now. It makes no sense to me. Um, so yeah, more games, being able to access my games wherever, um, and yeah,
Well, as
I
long as we keep going for those high graphical benchmarks, games are going to take longer and longer to develop.
do.
Well,
That's why we don't
games are
need
also
to.
games are also taking long time to develop, because like we've got a fluctuation with workforce, in the industry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, teams can't stay together long enough to put something out. So, I think that's why a lot of people are praising Astrobot. Right, 3 years, $60 million budget. I mean, an 18-hour platinum essentially, right? DLC coming, like that's the experience people seem to want. And and that's not saying like people don't want open world RPGs that you can spend hundreds of hours in, but like it just seems like every game is that now almost. And it's like, where's my Mass Effect that was like a 25-hour RPG that I could blow through and have a great adventure, and a sequel comes out 2 years later. And I think Andre, you were pointing at the 360 PS3 generation of like that was peak. But like you look at all the trilogies or all the amount of games that came out within the generation, right? Like BioShock had 3 games, Gears of War had 4 games, Mass Effect had 3 games.
Yeah.
Halo had 3 games. Like you look
And
at
those
that
games,
generation.
and those games came out in the span of 8 years?
Yeah. Uncharted, like look at Naughty Dog by itself. You had Uncharted, Uncharted 2, Uncharted 3, and The Last of Us all came out within 8.5 years of each other.
Yeah.
And you spend so much time with these characters, and then you get that quick turnaround of spending more time with these characters in an experience that's like like Gears campaigns were like what, 6 to 10 hours depending on which game you're playing. And
Yep.
the entire Mass Effect trilogy is probably maybe about 60 hours, right? And you just have these nice, tight, clean experiences, and not to mention, like, none of these games needed patched really upon release, right? And
no, they came out and you just played them, and that was it.
yeah, and now, like, you're looking at games that need patched on day one that sometimes the whole game needs patched. Sometimes there's like a 15 or 20 gig patch that you need to download, and it's like, why?
Yeah, this is a brand new game. Why does it need, I just put it in my PlayStation or Xbox. Why do I need to patch this up?
Yeah.
Why is it broken? It just came out.
Why is it broken? Pat, you look like you want to say something.
No, I mean, I agree with you in those respects. It's like something needs to be done with game development.
Yeah. And I mean, you look at the budget for Spider-Man also, and like, yes, that's a nice, clean, tight experience. I think maybe could be a little bit shorter, right? But I think Miles Morales is actually the perfect Spider-Man game.
The perfect length.
Yeah. But like, even to 100%, Spider-Man 2 was what, like 30 or 35 hours, but it has a $320 million budget. Why?
That's crazy.
Why is it so high? Like, that's
hey, Marvel threw that money at them.
I mean, but still, like, why does that game need that much of a budget? I mean, aside from the fact that you have to pay Marvel, but like, it's just, I mean, what's that game gonna sell throughout the lifespan of it? Like, I mean, Spider-Man is a huge IP, but like, it's gonna sell 30 or 40 million copies, but you can't monetize that game anymore after that, right? I mean, it's got limited monetization. So like, Sony tries to pull a Concord, and make their game as a service and try to, maybe monetize it in a way that doesn't feel, gross to, maybe fund other games, or, it's ridiculous, man. This budget and the size of teams, and there are too many games anyway, right? Like, I feel like there are too many games also. There are just way too many games coming out at all times. Remember when we were younger, there would be like that big lull during the summer, and then like maybe every other week there would be a new game coming out from one of these companies, unless you're Ubisoft, and then you put out Prince of Persia and Beyond Good and Evil on the same day. I don't know, man. I feel like I'm ranting about this now, but
it makes sense though. I mean, like, it is. I feel like you just said the games are coming out too fast. You can't play them all. There's too many.
Yeah, there's way too many. So, all right, our next question. I forgot that was a question. Our next question and our last question comes from Real Dave Jackson via Discord. You should check out Tales from the Backlog, which is his podcast. I think Stephanie is on an upcoming episode for Silent Hill, I believe. So you can check that out, as well as many others. He asked, what game could each of you beat the other hosts at? I think LeRon would beat us all in fighting games.
Pat, what say you? Are you a fighting game person?
No.
Okay.
No, you would beat me in a fighting game very easily.
Okay. And Andre doesn't talk about fighting games that much, so I think I'd have a shot.
I could probably roll you in Super Smash Bros.
Oh yeah, you definitely, because I don't consider that a fighting game. Definitely,
sure it's a platform fighter.
Yeah, I could roll you in Super Smash Bros.
Corey will roll all of our asses in Tetris, every single one of us.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I play a lot of Tetris though, but that doesn't mean I'm good at it.
I love like Tetris. I love Luminous or whatever, however you want to pronounce it, stuff like that. Like I used to have like epic like adventures with those games, and stuff like that. But I think now I've kind of lost the patience for them sometimes. Like I have to be really in the mood to play those games now.
Yeah.
Have you guys played any of the Pac-Man Championship Edition games? Any of them?
Yeah. I got all the achievements in the first one.
Oh, let's fight. I love. Yeah. This is what Pac-Man Championship Edition made me realize that Pac-Man at its heart is just a puzzle game.
Yeah. It's Pac-Man's so fun. It's like you just, not that this is part of the question, but you look at, I think Pac-Man is like one of the perfect games to teach people how to play video games on, because it's just teaching you movement in a video game, like even in like a, not really a 3D space, but just like, across different axes, right?
Yeah.
Words are hard. But it's like, people always point at like Super Mario Brothers as like, oh, this is how this, it teaches you how to play the game without actually teaching you. But it's like, well, you got to have some nuance to that, right? Like you got to learn how to sprint and jump, right? That's a hard skill to learn for my kids who are 5 and 6, right? And I look at Pac-Man and that's like, oh, well, all you have to do is move the stick in the way you want to go and dodge the ghosts. And then when they turn blue, you don't have to worry about dodging them. And then you learn like, oh, well, if I eat the fruit, I get more points. If I eat the ghosts when they're blue, like I get more points. Then you start learning the nuances of the game. But I think that game is like the perfect, I'm going to teach you how to play video games game.
Yeah.
Also, Miss Pac-Man's like the GOAT.
Yeah.
So
that was like the perfect evolution of Pac-Man until Championship Edition came out, in my opinion.
Yeah. Championship Edition is better than Championship Edition 2, in my opinion. But
I agree. Because it got weird. Like once you get a power pellet, and the moment you eat the first ghost, all of a sudden he's off the screen.
Yeah. Pat, what game could you beat us at?
I could definitely probably beat you guys at any platformer. I would go with. And I would probably say I could probably beat LeRon in a Mega Man game.
Ooh.
Yeah, outside of Mega Man 2 and 3, yeah, definitely. Mega Man 2, 3, and 10. Because remember, I used to be on leaderboards for Mega Man 10.
Ooh.
Soft flex.
Yeah, of course.
Do it for Mega Man 9 and we'll talk. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Isn't 9 considered like the hardest one?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's like Mega Man and Mega Man 9 are battling for like the hardest of the series.
I don't know. 11 is pretty damn up there right now.
Oh, too. I love 11. No, I think 11 is easy. Like especially like once you really learn like the overdrive system.
Yeah, try it without the overdrive system.
Yeah, you're right about that.
I remember a story said the overdrive system was cheating, and yet he was always getting so frustrated in the game. It's like also using a weapon outside of a boss battle. It's like you can't use weapons outside of the boss battle because that's cheating.
Oh man, Andre, what could you beat us all at?
Super Smash Bros.
Is that your final answer?
Is that your
Yeah, like I can confidently say that. Yeah, I think I can.
I'm coming for you with King DDD.
I remember when I was younger, I did a 99 lives match with a bunch of my friends, and I won a few of them, and we did like each character, and I won a majority of them. But yeah, but like I for sure know if I had Link, I could hold my own for sure.
Let's test that theory someday.
I'm down. When we meet, I'll bring my Switch.
I like this question.
Yeah, it's a good question.
It's funny how this question has not been lobbed at us before. You feel like by now we should have had this question.
Well, everybody, thank you for writing in. That's gonna do it. We're gonna end it right there.
Yes, sir.
Nice, quick, brisk episode for us.
Right?
No hiccups.
This was super fun. No flaws in the episode whatsoever.
Oh, who the hell is lying right now?
0.
Oh man, Andre, thank you for hanging out with us tonight.
Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to be here.
Tell people about your YouTube stuff and where they can find you.
You can find me on youtube.com/Andre Wilson. You can find all my socials there as well. My goal for the year for subs, we have blown past that. So now I'm just trying to see how many I can get before the end of the year. Got a couple of videos down the pipe. And I might also have a brand one in the works too. So
Ooh,
a lot of Steam Deck stuff, a lot of Nintendo stuff. So whenever the Nintendo 2 gets announced or anything, definitely going back on the Nintendo stuff. Right now it's Steam Deck stuff. So if you're thinking about getting a Steam Deck, have a Steam Deck. Have a Steam Deck and just kind of don't know how to quote customize it or add some personality. Come on over. I'll get you sorted, and then we'll go from there.
nice. I should connect you with Noah Kopetsky from Steam Deck HQ, because
Oh yeah.
I love that. Yeah, for sure.
they do a lot of like website type stuff, but they have like no video presence.
I would love to help that. I would love to help. I just want I've wanted to connect with a lot more people, and I don't know if it's just like a thing here in Canada, but like I've tried to connect with people, and I don't know if it's like people are like scared of, if they'll just kind of like quote like clout chase and just like they're just doing it because they just want to gain the followers. But like I genuinely just want to talk to more people, content creators, more people in the space. So again, if you youtube.com/Andre Wilson, I'm just looking to just make a community and just have fun. That's honestly what I'm doing. Like subs are cool, views are cool, comments are cool. I genuinely just want more people to just talk to and just game with. So
You should come to PAX with us.
I love that. I would, yeah. You messaged me about that, and I would love that because you said it was in May.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, May is my birthday, so it could be my personal birthday gift to myself. Buy myself there.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah,
It'll be fun. LeRon's gonna go this time.
Oh god,
maybe.
I could meet LeRon. Holy cow!
Yeah,
easy.
Why you say it like that?
Oh, hey, whoa.
All right. LeRon, Pat, thank you for your time tonight, as always. Everybody out there, you can subscribe on YouTube, youtube.com/BossRushNetwork, patreon.com/BossRushNetwork. Follow us on them socials. Thank you so much for watching and or listening. And until next time, we love you. Goodbye.
Bye.
So long.
If you want to see how you can become a Patreon producer, head on over to patreon.com/BossRushNetwork. The Patreon producers for this month are Adriel Munger, Austin Campbell, Celeste Roberts, Christian S., Sana Dierig, Francisco Santillan, Matthew Keel, and Todd Oxtra. Thanks for your continued support of the Boss Rush Network.